Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is David Sriracha. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Also, right next to the subscribe button is also this little bell icon. If you don't mind, can you just smash it? That way, every time when I post up a new video, you guys can get notified. Otherwise, ain't nobody be watching my stuff. As you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to talk about what Royal Caribbean Liberty of the Sea cruise served for dinner at the main dining room. And before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that since this is a 7-night cruise, I want to make this video to be informative and not so boring. So I'm going to be cutting out a lot of my reaction to the food and just briefly going through the food so you guys can have a general idea of what they have to offer. So if you ready, let's go, aka Vominos. There are 3 main dining rooms on the Liberty of the Sea. Rembrandt on deck 3, Michelangelo on deck 4, and Botticelli on deck 5. The Rembrandt dinner room is reserved for my time dining, while Michelangelo and Botticelli dining room have a 5:30 p.m. for the main seating and 8 p.m. for the second seating. Personally, we like the 8 p.m. slot because that way we can go see what they have at the buffet. If we like the buffet, we can just skip dinner at the main dining area. You feel me? Just a quick note, they have on there that bare feet, short pants, and tank top are not permitted at dinner. Every day they have the menu posted on a monitor outside of the dining room. You can read about it or you can flip the menu from the previous day over and you can know in advance. We got table 539 in the Botticelli dining room. If this is your first time cruising, you sit at the same table every night if you want to have dinner at the main dining room. For each table you have a main waiter and an assistant waiter. Keep this in mind, there is no limit of what you can order for dinner. If you want 3 appetizers and 2 entrees, go for it. But just be mindful and don't waste food. For dinner each night, I will bring down 2 cans of Coke, 1 for myself and 1 for my wife. And of course, a bottle of Sriracha. Trust me, it makes everything taste better. If you have a toddler with you, they also have a kid menu. Without further ado, let's get started with day 1 dinner. This is your typical menu for each night. For day 1, I got the escargot and shrimp cocktail. These escargots were delicious. They remind me of the escargot I had when I was in Paris. The shrimp cocktail was also delicious. Even better was sriracha. For the main entree, I got the classic aged hand-cut Manhattan strip steak, aka New York strip steak, along with a side of seafood spaghetti. They were both delicious. Speaking of which, every day the menu changes, but the following classic dish remain the same. So you can have steak every night. For dessert, we're gonna start off with a fruit cup, followed by warm apple with vanilla ice cream, then chocolate cake, and of course, carrot cake. They were all delicious. Tonight was a formal night. We had to dress up for dinner. I forgot to mention, bread and butter are served every night before dinner to fill you up. I'm not falling for that trick. I don't know why, but these mini coke are so good. For tonight's appetizer, I got the shrimp cocktail and the escargot again, because they were so good. And plus, the other choices wasn't really appealing to me. For the main entree, I got the salmon, beef tenderloin, and roast duck. The beef tenderloin was really good. Roast duck was okay. Salmon was a bit dry. For dessert, I got the Bittersweet chocolate souffle. I had this dish at the restaurant on the Eiffel Tower at Paris, Las Vegas back in 2005. And I still remember how the waiter served it to me that day. It was like you make a cut in the middle and then you pour in the sauce. The reason why I remember is because that restaurant got me for a $200 dinner. Anyways, this souffle was pretty good. I cleaned it out. This was very interesting. Basil, from the Greek word basileus, which means king. Today was the day that my daughter got addicted to chocolate milk. It took us a year, but we finally weaned her off after the cruise. 35-cent Coke can sure tastes good. For appetizer, I got the crab cake, smoked duck breast, and of course, another order of escargot. The crab cake was okay. There wasn't much crab, but my daughter sure loves it. The smoked duck breast was pretty good. It was a very refreshing dish. For entree, I got the cilantro crust cod loin and the braised beef duo. The beef was really good. The cod was just okay. For dessert, I got the Jaffa cake and the rumbaba. They were both delicious. I don't know why, but we kept on falling for this bread and butter trick. You know what? They actually are pretty good. Cheers again to the 35-cent Coke can. We winning. For appetizer, I got the escargot, followed by the royal shrimp cocktail again, and a cup of minestrone soup, which is basically tomato soup mixed with vegetable. Surprisingly, the minestrone soup was pretty good. For entree, I got 2 orders of the garlic tiger shrimp. These shrimp are pretty good, a little bit chewy and well flavored. For dessert, I got the sticky bread and butter pudding. This dessert was definitely good. I finished the entire thing. Tonight's featured item is the shiitake mushroom. Somehow I got tricked into eating bread again. We got all this food for my daughter, but she doesn't want to eat it. I think she's tired of eating food from the kid menus. For appetizer, I got some seafood ceviche, more escargot, a spinach dip, and a New England clam chowder. The seafood ceviche was really good, especially when you add the lime and sriracha on top. The clam chowder was also good. They give you a good chunk of clam. For entree, I got the shrimp gyoza with shiitake mushroom and a roasted rack of lamb. Both of these items was delicious, especially the rack of lamb. It was very flavorful. They had a show during dinner and my daughter has to drop everything so she can dance. For dessert, I got the warm chocolate cake with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. It was very delicious and was gone in 60 seconds. So tonight was the second formal night, you know, where you have to dress up and stuff. Before we get started with tonight's dinner, every night on the menu under the premium selection, they have the whole Maine lobster on there for $29.95. You can have it broil, grill, or steam. But tonight is lobster night and everybody's happy, including my daughter. The bread for tonight was actually quite good. For appetizer, I got the royal seafood salad, which includes snow crab legs, shrimp, and lobsters. I also got the duck and pork wine terrine, aka smoked duck with pate. They sure went all out for tonight's appetizer. Honestly, I would have been satisfied with just the appetizer. For entree, I got 3 orders of the lobster tail. They threw in some shrimp to fill me up, but I wasn't gonna fall for it. The lobster tail was finger licking good. I know it was formal night, but I didn't care. I used my hands so I can lick my finger afterwards. For dessert, I got the Baked Alaska, which is vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry ice cream baked in a meringue. If that wasn't enough, I also got the Grand Marnier Souffle. They were both delicious. Tonight's dinner was exceptional. I wish every night was like this. Before we get started with tonight's dinner, last night we had the lobster tail night and I ordered 3 portions. If you order more than that, don't feel guilty about it. Let's go to the buffet and I'll explain. You see, they had so much lobster tail left over that they had to give it out at the dinner buffet. I had 3 plates of lobster tail before our last dinner. I wasn't gonna go to dinner at the main dining area since there's all you can eat lobster at the buffet. But this is the last night and it's common courtesy to say goodbye and tip your waiters. And plus, I had to finish this video for you guys. I don't know how I find room for bread after 3 plates of lobsters. For appetizer, I got the eggplant tartare, pan-seared bay scallop, the French onion soup, and 1 last dose of the escargot. The eggplant tartare and the scallop was definitely good. The French onion soup was okay. It's an acquired taste if you know what I mean. For entree, I got the rosemary lamb shank. And yes, only 1 entree for tonight. There's only so much that my stomach can handle. The lamb shank was pretty good. It was super tender. I actually like it a lot. For dessert, I got the William Pear chocolate crisp, key lime pie, and a frozen strawberry souffle. They were all delicious. I finally got to try the key lime pie for the first time. And that was it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos and have a better idea of what kind of food they serve at the main dining area. The menu might change by the time you watch this video, but it won't change by that much, and I'll explain why in the future videos. Please forgive me on my pronunciation on some of this word. Anyways, if you stayed to the end, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on your way out, and I'll see you soon.